Okay, Gilroy, this year your teachers are asking you to use Google Apps for education products. Google Drive, Google Classroom, Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets. The aim of this tutorial is to get you into some good organisation habits in regards to these apps. For some of you, the first few minutes are going to be known things. For others of you, this will be new information. First thing, if you are not already using Google Chrome, it is very important that you use Google Chrome. Google Chrome will allow you to do different things with the Google apps that Safari, Firefox, Opera won't let you do. In order to access Google Drive, Google Classroom, the easiest and quickest way in Chrome is through the apps. Click on apps, I'll notice that a few Google apps are usually in there. Google Drive, Gmail, Google Sheets. Yours might look different. To add more Google apps to this section, so for example Classroom that we need, you just need to Google Chrome Web Store. When you're in the Chrome Web Store, just make sure you've clicked on apps, because you'll notice when I toggle between these, different things are coming up. So if I click on apps, Google Classroom, I can actually click add to Chrome, add app, and then when we go back, you'll notice that that's there. So I recommend you do that for Classroom, Drive, your Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and Slides. So I'm going to click on Classroom. Okay, the first thing is this page might come up for a lot of you. If you go and follow the tutorial on how to add a person, however, this won't come up. So I'm just going to flick to my other screen that I have open that already has my person in it. Okay, so for most of you, this is what your landing page looks like for Google Classroom. What some of you might not be aware are of some of the other features that you can access from this landing page. If I click on work, you can actually see all the work that's late, the ones that don't have a due date, and ones that are due soon. This view and this work can also be seen in your calendar. You can get a snapshot for the whole week, and as you can see from this Google Classroom, I have a Studies of Religion question due this Wednesday. In the end, however, Google Classroom is just a really pretty face for Google Drive. And it is really, really, really important that you make sure that your Google Drive is organized cleanly and in a way where you can easily find things. We have had access in the diocese to Google Apps for Education for 3 years. So what a lot of people are finding is when they are signing up for things like Classroom and they log into their Drive, is that there's whole lots of leftover pieces of information. Things that you didn't even know were saved in there have been saved. It's really important that we go back and we access these and make sure that they are clean. Okay, so you can do this again by going to your apps and clicking on Google Drive. And when I click on Google Drive, yours might land to something that looks a little bit like this. Yours may look different. That's okay. You will all have a folder called Classroom in here. It is really important that you do not delete the Classroom folder. This is a folder that Google entirely deals with in the Classroom app. So when you turn in work, when you do your work, how it all appears in this nice little Classroom interface, it's all just a pretty face for Google Drive. So rule number 1, don't touch the Classroom app. Some of you might have a whole lot of information, a whole lot of loose files in here, calendars, things that you don't even recognize. If you do, I'd like you to make a folder. Go up to new folder, and call it pre-2017. In that pre-2017 folder, I'd like you to select everything that's currently in your Drive besides from the Classroom folder. So click on the first item, scroll down to the bottom, hit Shift and click on the last item. You'll notice that they are all selected. Click and drag into the pre-2017 folder. Then all of your information is not deleted from the past years, but it's sitting within here. If you need to pause the video now, I need you to do that. The next folder that I need you to create is a 2017 folder. We will be doing this every year at the start of the year, but I'm walking you through how to do it now. In that 2017 folder, it's really important that you make a folder for each one of your classes. It is very important that you don't just call these English, legal, music, or religion. It is very, very important that you call them the codes as they appear on your timetable. If you log on to Student Home and you log on to your timetable, I need you to, as they appear with your class codes. A reminder, up to the top, new folder, will make yourself a new folder, or right click, new folder will work as well. If you need to pause the tutorial now, please do so. Inside each of your subject folders, you then need to have some more organisation. You need to have a folder called Term 1, Term 2, Term 3, and Term 4. It is really important that you do this so you can keep yourself organised. Inside each term folder, all the relevant information that you guys do in class will need to be stored in here. If you wish to make a document for yourself in Google Drive, it's simply a matter of clicking New, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Forms, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. This is where it becomes interesting. If you already have a Word document sitting on your desktop and you want to put it on Google Drive, it's really important that before you do this, we have one setting ticked. If you go over to the far right-hand side here, you'll see a cogwheel. We're going to use this wheel to change one setting and make our life so much easier. If you click on Settings, you'll see this option in the middle that says Convert uploaded files to Google Docs, Google Editor format. If I tick that and hit Done, any Word document that I drag into Google Drive will get converted to a Google Doc. Any PowerPoint that I drag into Google Drive will get converted into a Google Slides. Any Excel spreadsheet that I drag in will become a Google Sheet. To put a file in here already existing, I can either go New, File Upload. The great thing about using Chrome is you can also go Folder Upload, so I can upload a whole folder at a time from my desktop. Or I can alternatively click on Finder, find a file, and drop and drag it in like that. That will upload my file. If I let it go, it will upload down the bottom almost immediately. Okay, should I wish to delete something, it's a drop and drag to the bin, or if I click on it once, oh, it's frozen. Quality. Drop and drag to the bin, or if I clicked on it once, a bin icon will appear up here. You now need to go ahead and make a folder for Term 1, Term 2, Term 3, and Term 4 inside each of your folders for each of your subjects. Okay, we now should have 3 folders within your Google Drive: 2017, Classroom, and pre-2017. 2017 will have all of your information in relation to Gilroy. In relation to all of your classes. If you have other folders that you think you would like organized here, maybe you might play a sport and you might want to have a touch football folder. Maybe you might have other administrative stuff. You might want to have like an admin folder or extracurricular folder. You're welcome to make those, but at a minimum, I need 2017, Classroom, and if applicable, pre-2017. The important thing is that, unlike before, we don't have all of these loose files hanging around in Google Drive. And that's it, guys. That is organizing your drive.